that are out there, though, that aren't by any means small. The big questions of life. Questions like, what does it mean to be human? Who am I? Not what is my name, but what does it mean to be a person? What does it mean to be a human being? Is there any difference between me and other living things? Is there any difference between who I am as a person and the rest of this world around me? Is it a difference of kind or is it a difference of degree? And then the question, where am I? And I don't mean standing on the stage at Philmont Christian Academy, but what is the nature of this world that I'm in? Is it a material world only? Has it always existed as a material world? Will it always exist that way? Is this earth billions and billions of years old? Or perhaps does this material world not even really exist at all? Or could it be the creation of God? Could I be His creation? Another big question is, what's the problem? Most people would agree that this is not a perfect world. That there's pain, there's suffering, there's natural disasters. There are things in this world that we'd rather they weren't that way. What's at the root of all that? What's the nature of the problem? Is it just accident? Is it something that just has to be that way? Or is it the result of maybe even the activity of human beings? And maybe even most profoundly, what's the solution to these problems? Is it more education? Is it more involvement on the part of the government or less? Is it just getting together and holding hands and singing We Are the World and sharing a Coke? What are the solutions to these mammoth problems that people face? Well, here at Philmont Christian Academy, we believe that it's our job in doing a good job of education to wrestle with those problems. And we recognize that the answer to those problems, the answers to those questions are found in God's Word, the Bible. But as thinking Christians, we realize that everybody doesn't answer these big questions that way. As thinking Christians, we realize the necessity of understanding how other people answer those big questions. The play that you're about to see tonight is not a Christian play. It does not provide biblical answers to the questions that it raises. But we believe at Philmont, we need to know and we need to understand how the world out there answers those big questions, so that we're more equipped to present to the world as ambassadors of Christ the way the Bible answers those questions. And so the play that you're about to see tonight will be somewhat disturbing, I think. But we ask you as an audience to enjoy the play, if that's the right word, but certainly attend to it carefully. Think about the way George Orwell, think about the way Big Brother answers those big questions. Think about the way you answer them. And we invite you to consider the way God Himself has answered those questions, fundamentally in the person of Jesus Christ. So welcome tonight, enjoy, and think about 1984.
Oceana, attention! Attention to news!
A dispatch has this moment arrived from the Malabar front. Our forces in South India have won a glorious victory. Thousands of the enemy have been annihilated. The action we are now reporting may well bring the war soar with immeasurable distance of its glorious end.
All hail, Big Brother!
All love, Big Brother.
Attention, comrades!
Good morning, comrade. Oh, that's not right, Carson. Good morning. And how's the news this morning? Well, the usual. Another victory of our army in India. And the war should be over soon. That's good. Very good. It's dragged on long enough now.
Attention, comrades! This morning, 3 spies confessed to being members of the Goldstein Brotherhood of Traitors. This afternoon, at 1700 hours, they will be hanged in Victory Square. All party members are invited to attend.
Here is more glorious news. We have won the battle for production. The Ministry of Plenty has announced the overproduction of shoes by 483,961,202 pairs for the second half of the 6th third-year plan.
Our standard of living has risen 20% over the past year. All over Oceania, workers are parading through the streets with banners voicing their gratitude to Big Brother for the new happy life which his wise leadership has bestowed upon us. All hail, Big Brother!
All love, Big Brother. A little late this morning, aren't you, comrade?
Well, they haven't brought this morning's work around yet.
You missed the morning newscast. I should have working.
And what is the news today, Parsons?
As I was coming in, they were announcing still another victory. I'm not sure just where.
So you were late too.
Of course I was here. I heard the news, all of it.
Good morning, comrades. Big Brother has plenty for you to do today. Comrade Son, this is for you. You are told to translate into newspeak by no later than 1,230 hours. Comrade Parsons, nothing for you.
Nothing. I don't understand.
You are ordered to report to Bureau 8. You can be reassigned.
Reassigned? But why?
Ignorance is strength, comrade. Don't ask me why. Ask the law police. Have you made mistakes? Have you been indulging in crime things?
No, certainly not. That is a terrorist projection. The Bureau of Patience. It must be a promotion. That's it, isn't it, Smith? I'm being promoted.
I wouldn't know.
They wouldn't reassign someone who failed them. There is no more voting party member than I in all of Oceania.
Just be there by 1,130 hours. They'll be expecting you. And Comrade Smith, this is for you. A whole month's worth of Malaport's from the Times.
Thank you. Oh, wait. You forgot about Withers.
Withers? I have nothing here for any Withers.
Bob Withers, the man who's been working with us next to me. Withers.
There is no such name on my room list. Good morning, comrades.
Parsons, did you know about this?
Yes.
Well, then, he was
Yeah. Let's not talk about it. He's not. That's all we need to know. Yes.
Attention! Attention! All comrades under the age of 60. Calisthenics! Out of your seats and on your feet. Calisthenics!
Good morning, comrades. First, we'll do our deep breathing exercises. Hands raised slowly over your head as you inhale. Lower them slowly as you exhale. Now by the numbers. 1,
Oceana.
2. 1, 2. Don't stop. 1, 2.
Not like the old days, is it,
One.
comrades? Before the revolution, children went to work in factories. Men died of tuberculosis before they were 30.
1, 2. Keep it up, comrades. 1, 2. 1, 2. All rest.
Our exercise period is to be cut short this morning. We have to be ready for the 2-minute haze. All ready? Last exercise.
Hands on hips. Touch your toes with your fingertips and don't bend those knees. All ready? 1, 2. 1, 2. Down, up, down, up. Don't bend those knees. 1, 2. 1, 2.
You, Smith, number
One.
6079. Comrade Winston Smith.
1,
You can do better than that.
Two.
Your hands are barely reaching
One.
your knees. You're not trying. Now for Oceana. For Big Brother.
Two.
Smith, make the effort.
1, 2.
Let's see you do it.
1, 2.
That's better.
1, 2. All rest.
That will be all for this morning. Back to your work.
See you tomorrow.
All hail, Big Brother.
All love, big brother. Are you all right?
Of course I'm all right.
You look pale.
I'm just naturally pale.
I just
Don't worry about it. It's time to get back to our work.
Victory, comrades. It's time for your morning stimulation. Come get your coffee, comrades, and brave it out to your big brother. Have you heard about 2-minute haze this morning? I hear it to be something special. Something plus good. Double plus good.
Well, it's always something special.
We need something special. It keeps us interested in the Lord. That's right, Smith. We who don't have the privilege of fighting on the front lines must fight the best we can here at home.
Well, what is the hate today?
I hear it to be gold, theme, and death. Isn't it exciting?
Double plus exciting.
I can hardly wait. Well, straighten up, comrades. Next coffee period at 1100 hours. Get your refills then. Ugh, this stuff gets worse every day. You can hardly drink it. That verges on crime thing, comrade. Really, it's quite good. I always feel much better after my victor's coffee. Calmer, you know, and more at ease about things. Ugh. But I wonder what they put in this stuff. I say, Smith, you know what they put in our coffee?
I really wouldn't know. I never drink it anyway.
Whatever it is, I'm sure it isn't coffee. You're finding fault with Big Brother. That's crime thing. I better report you to the thought police.
Attention! Attention for a member of the inner party. This is Power of Line. He is Smith, sir. Number 6079.
Thank you. Turn the screen down?
You mean to turn it off?
Of course not. Let's turn the volume down.
Yes, sir.
Sorry if I turn the screen down. You must realize that although you cannot hear it, it can only see the picture of Big Brother, it can hold still, hear, and see you. Many thought criminals have been trapped by that. Back to work. Comrade Smith, I'd like to talk to you. You write it very elegantly. That is not only my opinion. I was talking recently to a friend of yours. His name has slipped my mind for the moment, but no matter. This is Comrade Julia. She is to take the place of the vacant place next to you. You know each other, Smith?
No. It's that I didn't expect someone so young.
She's young, but she's worked in the Ministry of Truth for 3 years now, in the fiction department. We at the Inner Party have watched her work very closely. We feel she's capable for a more serious job.
Oh, yes, of course, Comrade Ryan.
Teacher, answer her questions. You're fully capable of that, Smith, more so than you realize.
Yes, Comrade Ryan. Thank you, Comrade Ryan.
Good morning, comrades.
This will be your desk, Comrade.
Thank you, Conrad.
Why are you here, Comrade?
Comrade Ryan told you.
Well, I heard him. He said that the Inner Party thinks you're capable.
That must be why they raised funds for me.
But why here? I mean, you're not suited for this job.
I'm a loyal party member.
Well, that's not what I mean. I've seen you before, Comrade.
And that's the view. What other work with the building?
No, but we don't live in the same building. I've seen you in the street outside my apartment. Why is that?
I'm not here because of that, Conrad. I'm here to do the job.
Very well. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Thank you. Whose place am I sitting in?
It's not yours. I mean, no, another person.
Unperson?
Another person? Yes. Are you familiar at all with Newspeak?
A few words. Crime thing, hood thing, duck speak. Maybe true, I know in the Ministry of Truth. The clothes of the workers, the proletariat, they aren't really human. Child Bureau member of the Child Spy Organization turned a member of the one about in the locker room.
Attention, comrades, attention! For the 2-minute take, the 2-minute take is about to begin.
Take time, Vixen.
Yes, I know.
Comrades of Oceania, in England, North America, South America, Australia, stand by for a message from our devoted leader, Big Brother.
Countrymen of Oceania, I am Emmanuel Goldstein, your ex-leader and still your friend. I'm still fighting for your liberty, your freedom, your hope. I am no traitor. In the past, I was one of the leaders of your revolution. Today, I am in hiding. Sometimes in exile, but eternally working for your liberation. Big Brother is false to you. He lies. He talks of a new, happy life while he starves your body and denies your soul. Remember that all men are created equal, and in fact, by their Creator, the Son of inalienable right, and among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Remember the past. Cast off your chains. Down with Big Brother. Down with Big...
You broke it. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it.
Our comrade has the right spirit, but we've been deprived of 47 seconds of our need. We'll make up for it tomorrow. Now, back to work, comrades. All hail
course he would have. Bob Withers, he was even afraid of heights. I remember one time he and I were just talking, and he was in front of a window. He got dead white. And the window was shut.
You think it was fear. You think he wasn't guilty.
Oh, well, of course he was guilty. It's just that, knowing that he had that fear of height, it would make it easy for them to get him to confess his crimes. I mean, if I were a thought criminal and if I were a thought criminal, and all they'd have to do is just place a rat in the same room with me and that. Because I would confess everything.
Well, yes. I suppose. Now, something's wrong. Something. Why, of course, it's a telescreen. In fact, first time I can remember ever having been in a room without the telescreen on.
Yes, it is kind of strange being
Well, I must report to my new job. It is a promotion, Vincent. I'm to help organize the gates. Girl, comrade. You took the right there. Fine idea. Perfectly fine.
Those things were big brother see it. Well, where were we?
You were explaining that.
Oh, yes. Yes. But you know, Conrad's son is due back any minute and can explain it better than I can. Besides, we're on the 11th edition of the Newsweek Dictionary.
I'm sorry I'm so ignorant.
You don't think you're ignorant. Just smart. Very smart.
Thank you, comrade.
Perhaps cunning is a better word. Oh, Conrad, don't you? Over a street crime, so you can report me. Do you think I'm a complete fool? Look, I already know that you're a member of the thought police. What proof are you after? You can frame me, and you say I said anything. Tell the screen is broken. You broke it. Why do you continue this game?
Please don't think that of me.
What do you want from me? What do you want me to say? I'll say it.
I'm not a member of the thought
And then why have you been spying on me, huh? Why have you been watching me all this time? I mean, what, you think I didn't notice you? Looking at me? Watching me out of the corners of your eyes? I decided once that I would kill you. Well, what would it have done? I mean, they'd have known who did it anyway.
I'm not.
Then why?
Because I love you.
What is all this? What is wrong here?
Well, you sent me a fool, Comrade O'Brien. Please have her transferred. She's no good.
You mean to tell me that Comrade Julia is not a good party member?
Oh, no, she's a good party member, but she makes mistakes. I mean, repeatedly, she has made the same mistake in punctuation 3 times.
Comrade Smith, what I'm about to tell you cannot be said in newspeak, but a few words of old speak I select to use. Instead of wrath, Carlo gentleness, a little kindness. I believe that Comrade Julia will learn. Why hasn't he talked to you with this? Speak to me immediately.
Say hello.
You're beautiful.
Marvin.
You're so small, almost like a child.
She's protecting me.
I've never seen a woman cry before.
I never loved you. Why did you report me?
Because you're in. I do believe that 2 plus 2 must always equal 4.
Are you a thought criminal? Yes, you sitting there. You are capable of it. You know.
But you say, how could this be? You say you love the party, that you worship Big Brother.
How can you be a thought criminal? I'll tell you how, comrades. There are agents of Goldstein everywhere. They are lurking, waiting to poison your minds.
But there is one way to stop them. To make yourself immune to their lies and treasons. And that way, Conrad, is by using Crime Stop.
Crime Stop is political good thinking. Practice Crime Stop, and you can never be guilty of thought crime.
But these agents of Goldstein who are trying to destroy our new happy life, what about them?
Well, they can be the one who works next to you.
Perhaps even your next door neighbor.
What are you doing here?
I have to come.
Well, right in view of the telescreen, Julia, you know that we agreed never to be seen together.
They can't watch everyone all the time, can they?
Well, I don't know if they can. I mean, if they saw you out in the hallway, guess we'll know it soon enough.
Darling, I have to come.
It'll be death for both of us if they catch you here.
Please don't look that way. I know it is a gamble. Don't be angry, please.
Julia,
Listen, everyone's listening to the propaganda. I'm not stupid. I take risks, yes, but they're calculated risks. Only a child saw me.
not Parsons, Brad.
Who's Parsons?
Parsons, that loudmouth who works in the next office. She's my neighbor, right across the hall.
I'm sorry, but I have such good news. I have to tell you.
Well, then tell me about it quickly. You must leave before the guards close the streets.
We can be married.
What?
I found someone to marry.
No, you couldn't have. It's not allowed.
It may not be allowed, but it's going to happen.
How? Where? Whom did you find?
One question at a time.
Well, tell me about it quickly.
Oh, well, some of the clothes still have churches.
I didn't know that.
They're all hidden and hard to find, but a few still exist.
You found one. And it's someone who's not married.
Yeah, an old preacher, minister. Well, I don't exactly know who he is, but he says he met.
When? When will you do it?
Anytime.
Tomorrow?
No, next week sometime. But I don't know anybody in my love committee. Our meeting's at tomorrow. Wouldn't it be surprised if they do?
So we would really be married then? Next week? Wow. It could be a trap, you know?
Who's this new? Are you trying to get unmarried to me?
It's not that. I want to marry her as well. It's just... Big brother doesn't really believe in marriage and that about giving up hope. How did you do it?
I went to O'Brien.
What?
He told me who to contact.
Oh, you idiot! Amy, how could you? You killed us!
Can't say that I saved us.
How can you say that?
Because it's true. I wouldn't think it made it possible for me to work with the Ministry of Truth.
O'Brien?
Of course.
No, that means he's a traitor, not...
I don't know about that, but he's very understanding.
Julia, can you be sure?
O'Brien's a friend. I've known him for years. He's always been helpful.
I guess you're lucky to have a friend in the inner party.
Isn't it wonderful?
Yes.
He'll help us.
And you think that it'll help us get married? Julia, I don't understand you.
What is there to understand? O'Brien is a friend. Big Brother has to stand that out. Not yet, anyway. It's just be glad we have a friend.
It's just that it's so dangerous and
You don't trust him. You trust me.
Of course.
All right.
It's over in the coal section. It's over an old junk shop or something. I've rented it. We could move in next week. Hey, Julia? Julia. What do you see in me? What could you possibly see in me? I'm ugly, ineffective, old-fashioned, and a happy. But you, you're young, and beautiful. What could you possibly see in me?
It was your face. Something in your eyes. I knew it was a bunch of smoke blankets. That's who you could tell. Almost. And I knew.
Let's think.
You're not angry.
No.
Well, you understand why I had to tell you.
Yes.
You're acting so nervous. What's the matter?
It's nothing really.
Listen, come on. It's a picture. Who are they?
They were Jones, Aronson, and Rutherford, the original leaders of the revolution, along with Big Brother and Goldsmith.
I remember them. They kept counter-revolutionists, didn't they? I read about them in my history book. They confessed in the purge of 1970 and were vaporized.
Yes, Goldstein escaped.
And only Big Brother was left. What about them?
Well, they were not vaporized in 1970, but it was 1975. They confessed in 1970, but were allowed to go free. I saw them once in the Chestnut Tree Cafe. They were just old broken men sitting there, drinking their victory coffee. I do remember that tears kept falling down the cheeks of Rutherford. I saw the man take a picture.
Why are they so important?
Because later on that same year, they confessed that they'd flown to India for some secret organization. They confessed that they'd given information to the general staff of East Asia. But we were fighting East Asia then.
I don't understand why you're getting so excited.
Don't you see? Look, the date here is on the picture. It means, well, that was the same day that I saw them in the cafe. All their confessions were lies. They weren't in India. They were here in that cafe.
Where did you get them?
It was brought to me this morning in my work, mixed up with a lot of other slips of paper. There's a mistake somewhere.
Why didn't you destroy them immediately?
I couldn't. Julia, it's visible proof of what's happening. Entire histories are being changed.
But isn't that your job? I mean, what's so important about the past? It's usually it's important.
No. Look, every record that we have has been destroyed or altered. Every book rewritten. Already we know nothing about years before the revolution. Look, I do hope to falsify the past, but I'm only a link in the chain, Julia. I've never had visible evidence to prove it. Only this. This.
You must destroy it immediately.
You're right. You're right. But this will mean the final loss of freedom.
Freedom. What is freedom, Winston? Maybe the party's right. Maybe freedom is slavery.
No. Freedom is the freedom to say that 2 plus 2 does equal 4. And if that is granted, then all else follows.
I love you, darling, but I don't understand it.
Okay, your whole hatred of the party, these face on the fact that it won't let you do what you want to do. I like getting married to me.
But now we're going to town.
Yes, it's true, but
So now we're going to Canada. Why do you hate so hard?
I'm not certain yet. You have to leave, okay? Okay, turn off the television.
Out with your hand! You're a traitor! A thought criminal! And you're raging spy! I'll shoot you! You have a woman in your room! I'll vaporize you! I'll send you to the salt mines! Quiet! Stop making all that noise! You're a good spy, but you shouldn't say things like that about Conrad Smith, even in class. Go on to bed. I'm sorry. You know how children are. Gladys is only 14, but already she knows all the words. Oh, they teach them well in the spies. Sophie! You know, she has a toy ear so she can listen through keyholes. Only a toy, of course, but it worked. You know what this means. It's death you caught alone with a woman, a party member, too.
Yes, I know that.
Hard to believe. Always thought you were a good thinker. Well, you never know. All right. I know my duty.
I know. Oh, the Parsons. Parsons.
What is it?
She is a member of the thought police.
My goodness, I did have the right line on you. Well, I better hurry. It'll look bad if I don't report you before she does. After all, I'm your neighbor.
Parsons. It's not me that she's spying on.
What? How's that?
Well, it's you.
Me?
Yes, she's been questioning me about you, and she asked if I'd ever seen you commit a face crime.
Oh dear, what? Winston, this is monstrous. Oh, I'm your neighbor. You know me.
Oh, yes, I know you, Parsons.
I've been a good party member all my life. I was a spy the year before I was of age, and my picture was in the Times as a child hero. I reported my uncle to the thought police. Heard him complain about the chocolate ration.
Yes, I remember that.
This is monstrous. Monstrous. Shall I do? You. What else did you tell her, Winston?
Oh, I told her that you were a do-gooder, you know, and a double-plus good thinker. A devoted worshiper of Big Brother.
Love him. I love Big Brother.
Well, I believe I convinced her. But, I mean, I'd be careful. I wouldn't say a word about this to anyone.
Oh, no, not a word.
Well,
You're a good man.
yeah. Well, you better get back to your room. The propaganda hour's almost over.
Yes. Thank you, Smith. Thank you, boy. I'll never forget it.
Oh, now, Parsons.
Yes.
Comrade Julia, she was talking about Gladys, and she asked if you encourage Gladys to call party members by name.
All 10 Gladys, Smith. Look, rat, I'll fix her. Gladys!
How can you tell a thought criminal, comrades?
The easiest way is face crime. Look carefully at the ones you suspect.
Do they look unhatefully at Goldstein?
Do they look unlovingly at Big Brother?
Yes, comrades, face crime is thought crime.
Report these agents of Goldstein's to your nearest thought police.
The Thought Police helicopter will be there immediately.
Yes, comrades. How can you tell?
those that we do.
I hate everything about art. I'm so smart about it. I don't get to go out to the whole scene. I do it 3 days a week to youth movement and Saturdays to Palace Island. I always carry a flyer around with me. I'm very well thought of. What can I do? Why do you think
It's hard to explain. I guess it's because 2 plus 2 does make 4, and not 5 or 6 or whatever the party says it is. No, I mean, there must have been a time when things were different from now. Well, they must have been. Thought was free. Men were distinct from one another. Families lived together.
Well, how old were you when Revolution?
6, I think, or 7.
Do you remember?
Well, little insignificant things.
Oh, missed it.
Well, what's that?
Oh, a rat.
Julie, don't say that word, please.
Oh, don't tell us a little bit. Think we'll be able to get back in on Monday, with it. I hate rats.
Julia,
What's wrong? You're actually trembling.
something happened when I was younger. I just can't stand to think about it. Not even a word.
I'm sorry, darling. As for mom, that's something really out there. As for me, well, never mind. You have those.
No, we haven't much time. Well, Julia, you've heard of the organization, right? The conspiracy? The book. The whole scene book.
Of course, everyone's heard of them, but no one's ever seen them. There's so many events about parties people set up.
No, they exist.
How do you know?
Well, O'Brien spoke to me at lunch again yesterday.
I thought you were there yesterday afternoon. You were so exhausted.
Well, I think I do now. See, he congratulated me on my work. It's the 3rd time this week. And he invited me to his apartment to pick up the latest edition of the new dictionary.
So that was there.
Well, he must see. O'Brien is a member of the inner party. He didn't have to call me to the apartment for something as simple as that, right?
That's not what the event is.
No, besides, he helped us get married, right? I mean, would you do a thing like that in order to years?
I don't know. Helping us be together is one thing, but administrators, no. After all, it's official.
Member of the inner party. I know that. That's what makes it so practical for him. Julia, I know that he's one of us. I can just see it. I see it in your eyes. I mean, surely you can understand that, right?
Of course I understand that. That's how I found you. All right. When should we go see them?
Well, you agree that we should.
What else was the plan?
Oh, that's just it. I don't know. Do you want to mix up in the organization?
If there is one, and you're going to join, I don't know. Maybe with you.
Agreed. Agreed then. First thing tomorrow, I'll talk to O'Brien and we can.
Wow! Here you are! I did manage to find a piece of curtain for you. Not that it'll do you much good, after all. Now, where do you happen to be interested in? Or, old friend? These pieces for sale, you know?
The frame was fastened to the wall.
Sure, and can't trust nobody. Kids down there will feel anything they can stop. You can,
simply because they were rich and you were poor? Did you have to knuckle under them?
They like you to drop him a courtesy now and then. It shows respect. I didn't agree with it myself, but I done it often enough. Had to, as you might say.
Okay, I haven't made myself clear. You lived half of your life before the revolution. Right, so would you say, from what you remember, that life before the revolution is better than it is now, or worse? I mean, if you could have your choice, which would you prefer, to live then or to live now?
I know what you expect me to say. You expect me to say I'd sooner be young again. Most people say they'd sooner be young again if you ask them. You got the strength and health right now. When you get to my kind of life, you ain't never well. I suffered something wicked from my feet. My kidneys and stuff, they're on the other hand, they're great advantages of being an old woman. You ain't got the same word. No trouble, man. And that's a great thing. It was only a hopeless fancy. Yes, that was an April day. Gonna talk and word and the trees they serve. Then go and went hide away. That's really the point, isn't it? I've had my dreams, and I can remember what they were like.
You remember?
Sam, come on now. What we had, no big brother can take away. I remember it. Yeah. They say that time heals all things. They say you can always forget. But the smile and the tears of all the years, they twist my heartstrings yet. Well, goodbye, dearie. If you ever need anything, just stick your head out the window and holler for it. I probably won't have it, but you can holler.
The proles are the humans. I mean, she. All of them. We're not human.
Why not?
Because we're the dead.
No. You're the living. As long as you have feelings, you're the living.
We're the dead. Look, we have no past to remember. I mean, no dreams like she does.
We have a future, a time to make our own dreams.
Maybe that's right, but has it ever occurred to you, Julia, that the best thing for both of us to do right now would simply be to walk out of here and never see each other again?
Yes, it has occurred to me several times, but I'm not going to do it all the same.
I mean, we've been lucky, but it can't last. I mean, at the end, we're certain to be apart.
No. Thought it all out. What you do, and please don't be so downhearted. We stay alive this long.
We've been lucky. I mean, you're young, you look normal and innocent. If you stay clear of people like me, then you might be alive for another 50 years.
Yes.
I mean, we've been together, what? We could be together for 6 months or a year, but at the end, we won't be together anymore.
Yeah.
Do you realize how utterly alone the both of us shall be? I mean, when once they get hold of us, there will be nothing. No, literally nothing that either of us can do for the other. If I confess, then they'll shoot you, and if
And if you refuse to confess, they'll shoot you just the same.
nothing that I can do or say, or even stop myself from saying, could possibly save you. Neither of us will even know whether the other is alive or dead.
Oh, no.
But you know, we must never betray each other. Okay? We must never do that.
Well, if you mean confession, we'll do that quickly enough. Everyone always confesses. You can't help it.
But confession isn't betrayal. What you say or do doesn't matter. Only your feelings matter. And Julia, they could make me stop loving you. I'm telling you, that would be the real betrayal.
They can't do that. The one thing they can't do, I mean, even that woman, that girl, she still remembers her sin. They can make you say anything. Anything, but they can't make you believe it. They can't get inside of you. Can they?
No, you're right about that. Julia, do you feel that saying human is worthwhile, even if it can't have the slightest difference and result, I mean, whatsoever, then you beat me.
Well, I mean, we've already won. You should see we've already beaten them. They only have hate, and we have love. So long as we have love, we've won.
Come to see Comrade O'Brien. No. Yes, he is. He asked us to drop by. May I have your name? This is Comrade Julia, and I'm Smith. Very well. Comrade O'Brien will be with you shortly. In the meantime, please have a seat.
Where does all this stuff come from?
I don't know. I guess neither party has special privileges.
It's almost as big as our bed. Ooh, it feels like sponge or soft glass. Feel it, it feels like a cloud.
Julia, stop. What if O'Brien came in?
And Martin told us to sit down.
Well, then, just sit and don't bounce.
I wonder what it's made of.
I don't know.
I can't believe it. Winston, look at this.
Beautiful steel.
That's not steel, that's silver.
Silver?
Yeah, they used to make things out of it in the old days. Candlesticks and dishes and teapots, stuff like that.
What for?
It's simply because it was beautiful. No other reason. Look, it's a box for cigarettes.
Put it down, please, Julia.
Did you ever own any silver? Your family didn't.
No. No, but I shop windows full of at once. There was coffee urns, platters, things like that. Or maybe I'm just imagining it all.
I know it was called silver. I'd love to have a silver box.
Julia, please put it down.
Winston, what's wrong? You're getting nervous again. What's the matter?
Maybe it's a mistake.
What's the mistake?
Our being here. Look, I don't know if O'Brien is one of us.
But he asked you to come.
Yeah, to pick up a dictionary. I wondered, is that all he meant? I mean, nothing more?
Then I guess we'll be big brothers. Unposted.
No, please don't say that. Just... You just turned it off.
Yes, I turned it off. We members of the inner party have that privilege. All right. So I say or will you?
No, I'll say it. But that's really turned off?
Yes. Everything is turned off. We're alone.
We've come because we believe that there is some kind of organization, a conspiracy against the party and that you are working for it. Look, I want to join it. We want to join it.
We're enemies of the party.
And we disbelieve in its principles.
We're far from the
We're married.
We tell you this because we want to put ourselves at your mercy.
Yeah, and if you want us to incriminate ourselves in any other way, we are ready.
Don't be alarmed. Lauren is one of us. Put the wine on the table, Lauren. No, sit down. This is business. You can stop being a servant for the next 10 minutes. Don't be afraid. It's not blood. It's called wine. You're aware of books, no doubt. Not much against our party, I fear, but I thought it'd be fitting by drinking a toast to our leader, to Emmanuel Goldstein. Whoa!
Got a kick.
So, there is such a person as Goldstein?
Yes. And he is alive. Where? I don't know.
And the conspiracy, the organization, it's real. It's not something the thought police made up.
No, it's real enough. The Brotherhood, we call it. It isn't wise for even a member of the inner party to turn off the telestream for more than a few minutes. We have about 12 minutes left. Incidentally, you ought not have come here together. That was very unwise. Double plus on good, in fact. When you leave, you will leave separately. You, Comrade Julia, you will leave first. Now then, what are you prepared to do?
Anything that we are capable of doing.
You are prepared to give your life.
Yes.
You are prepared to commit murder.
Yes.
To commit acts of sabotage. To cause the deaths of hundreds of innocent people.
Yes. Yes.
To cheat, to forge, to blackmail?
Yes.
To do anything to weaken the power of the party?
Yes. Anything.
You would, if necessary, throw acid in the child's face?
Yes, I would do that.
You're prepared to lose your identity and live out the rest of your life as a waiter or a dock worker?
Yes.
You were prepared to commit suicide if and when we order you to do so?
Yes.
You are prepared, the two of you, to separate and never see one another again?
Yes.
No!
No. No.
You did well to tell me. It is necessary for us to know everything. You understand that even if he survives, and maybe is a different person, his face, the color of his hair, even his voice might be different. And you, yourself, are certain to alter people beyond recognition. Sometimes it's necessary to amputate a limb. Good. And that is settled. You have got to go to the pantry, Mark. I'll switch home in a few minutes. Take a good look at these Conrad's faces before you go. I will be seeing you again. Maybe not. You probably imagine the Brotherhood as a huge underworld of conspirators. Meeting secretly in cellars, scribbling messages on walls, recognizing one another by cohorts. That is nonsense. Nothing of the sort exists.
Then what? How?
The members of the Brotherhood have no way of recognizing one another, and it is impossible for any one member to know the identities of more than two of the others. Goldstein himself, if he fell into the hands of the thought police, could not give them a complete list of the members. No such list exists. The Brotherhood cannot be wiped out, because nothing holds together except an idea, which is indestructible. You will have nothing to sustain you but the idea. You will walk for a while, you'll be caught, you will confess, and then you will die. Those are the only results you will ever see. There is no possibility that any perceptible change will happen with our own lifetime. We are the dead.
We are the dead.
We're dead.
Our only true life is in the future. But how far away that future is? Maybe 1,000 years. At present, nothing is possible except to extend the area of sanity little by little. We cannot act collectively. We must spur knowledge outward from individual to individual.
We are the dead.
It's time for you to go, Conrad. But first, let us finish drinking the wine. So, what shall we do this time? The confusion of the thought police? The death of Big Brother? To humanity? To the future?
To the past.
Yes, I know you do. The past is more important. To the past.
Do you have a hiding place?
Yes, we do.
Where is it? in the pearl section of the city, over an old junk shop?
You should have told me. The less any of us know, the better. We will arrange something more permanent for you. It is necessary for you to change your hiding places frequently. In the meantime, I'll send you a copy of the book.
Goldstein's book?
Yes.
There is such a book?
Yes. But it may be a few days before I can get you a copy. There are only a few of them left. Do you carry a briefcase?
Oh, as a rule, yes.
What's it like?
It's black, very shabby. There's 2 straps.
In the near future, you will get a message among your morning work. It will contain a misprinted word. You will have to ask for a repeat. The next day, you will leave your briefcase at home.
Okay, then what?
In the morning, a man will touch your arm in the street and say, "I think you dropped your briefcase." The one he gives you will contain a copy of Goldstein's book. You will return it within 14 days. Is all that understood?
Yes.
There is some time before you need to go. We will meet again, if we can meet again.
In the place where there is no darkness.
Yes. In a place where there is no darkness. Is there any message, any question you'd like to ask me before you go?
Question? Do you know of an old rhyme? Very old. It goes, oranges and lemons say the bells of St. Clements.
Oranges and lemons play the bells of St. Clements. You owe me 3 coffees, say the bells of St. Martin's. What will you pay me? Say the bells of Old Bailey.
When I grow rich, say the bells of Shoreditch. How you know the rhyme?
Yes, I know the line. Now I think you had better go. We'll meet again.
When will you pay me, say the bells of Old Bailey?
When I grow rich, say the bells of Shoreditch.
Wait, where are you going? I have a surprise for you.
Well, I have a surprise for you too. Stay there. Don't leave.
No, I won't. Wait, what is that smell? I've smelled that smell before. It was in the home of an inner party member. Real coffee. I've never had real coffee before. bed and take coffee. No, I love them. I do. Julia, I believe that I have the big surprise. It's the book. Goldstein's book. No, you come on out. I want us to read it together. You know, this room, this apartment is wonderful. Like, things could go on like this forever. Oh, no, I didn't. I'm just thinking out loud. The Theory and Practice of Oligarchical Collectivism by Emmanuel Goldstein, Chapter 1. Ignorance is strength. Throughout recorded time, there have been three kinds of people in the world: the high, the middle, and the low. They've been subdivided in many ways, but the essential structure of society has never been altered. Julia, it's the book! No, I'm just actually reading the book. I still can't believe it. I'm so excited. I can hardly read it. I guess you're right. Okay, Chapter 3. War is peace. The splitting up of the world into three great superstates was foreseen before the middle of the 20th century. And since that time, the three superstates have been permanently at war. The primary aim of modern warfare is to use up the products of the machine without raising the general standard of living. The essential act of war is destruction of the products of human labor. War is a way of shattering to pieces the materials which otherwise might be used to make the masses too comfortable, and hence, in the long run, too intelligent. So long as they remain in conflict, they prop one another up like three sheaves of corn. And the very word war, therefore, has become misleading. This is the true meaning of the party slogan: war is peace. Julia, did you hear that?
Yes, dear.
It's amazing. It's just unbelievable.
What's so unbelievable about it? I've heard you say things must be different.
Yeah, I know, but the important thing is that they're written down. That's proof that others believe the same way I do. I'm not mad.
Of course you're not mad.
I mean, there is truth, and there is untruth. And if you cling to the truth even against the whole world, then you're not mad. Hey, come on out. I want us to read this. Julia!
See? I'm surprised. Look, I'm a woman. I have a dress. They're too big anyway.
Well, where did you get it?
I spent all my savings deposit on it, a whole year's supply. I'll be dying before the year's out, but I don't care. I have a dress. feel like a woman, a real woman, and you're my man. How come Think of it. Think of what the party would say.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's like what the poor women wear, isn't it?
No. I mean, there's rags. This is a dress. It's a pretty dress. Yeah, my angel.
You like me in it?
I adore you.
Talk to me.
Well, but I have the book, you see, and
I don't care about the stupid book. You should pay some attention to your wife.
but I have to return this.
All right, fine. You read your book and I'll go get the coffee.
Throughout recorded time, there have been three kinds of people in the world: high, the middle, and the low. The aims of these groups are entirely irreconcilable. The aim of the high the aim of the high is to remain where they are. The aim of the middle is to change places with the high. There are only four ways that the ruling group can fall from power. One, it is conquered from with power. Or two, it governs so inefficiently that the masses are stirred to revolt. Or three, it allows for a strong and discontented middle group to come into being. Or it loses its own self-confidence and will to govern.
Winston? Do you think I have pretty legs?
Julia.
Well, do you?
Well, yes. but you haven't been paying attention.
Of course I have. It's funny, but legs look different coming out of the dress. Don't you think they look different this way?
Julia, are you going to pay attention to the book?
Of course I am, but the coffee's almost ready. Just hurry up.
Not even the slightest deviation of opinion can be tolerated. A party member lives from birth to death under the eye of the buttons. Even when he is alone, he can never be sure that he is alone. Nothing that he does is indifferent, and he has no freedom of choice in any direction. He is expected to have no private emotions, no respite from enthusiasm, and is supposed to live in a continuous frenzy of hatred of foreign enemies and internal traitors. Are you supposed to?
After all the trouble I'm getting, you certainly
why I don't understand. I do know what the conclusion must be, though.
What's that?
Over there with the falls.
Landlady?
If there is hope, any hope at all, it lies with the falls. I mean, think of it, Julia. The woman has grown fat with childbearing, and she's been hardened and roughened by work to keep her children alive. She is beautiful.
She's at least a yard across the hip.
No, that's her style of beauty, though. All around the world, there are women like her.
for? What, crime? You don't think they'll shoot me, do you? Maybe 5 years, or even 10 years. They wouldn't shoot me for going off the rails just once. Would they? Well, are you guilty? Of course I'm guilty. You don't think the party or rest is much, do you?
On your feet, men. Stand up.
Don't worry, Winston. Now that you've been truly prepared, I shall save you. I shall make you perfect.
Yes.
I am taking trouble with you, Winston.
Why? I'm already confessed.
Confessions are for propaganda.
Then why did you keep me starved? Why did I have to stand up for weeks on end? Why wasn't I allowed to sleep, O'Brien? And why is that light never turned out?
You don't understand. There was something to confess that we didn't already know.
Why are you doing this to me?
You suffer from a mental derangement. You believe you remember things that never happened. You're worth saving, and we're going to save you. Stand up! That's better, Vincent. You must always stand and pay attention. You believe you remember the picture of Jones, Aronson, and Rutherford? You believe it's rooms that you could not fit in front to invest in. It exists. No, it doesn't exist. Don't burn it. You see? It doesn't exist. You won't even see the destruction, but it's dust, ashes. In fact, it never existed.
It exists. Does I remember it? You remember it? You remember it, don't you?
I do not remember it.
That's not the whole thing. You are a lunatic.
Repeat the party slogan deal with control of the past.
Who controls the past? The past controls the future. Who controls the present? Controls the past.
And is there a place, a world of solid objects, where the past is still happening?
No.
Then where?
In records.
In records and?
In the mind. In human memories.
And we, the party, control all memories and our records. Thus we control the past. Do we not?
But memory is involuntary. It's not something you can control. You haven't controlled mine.
You have not controlled your memory. You believe that reality is simply objective, external, where reality exists in the human mind and nowhere else.
All right, in the human mind.
The individual mind can make mistakes, but the mind of the party is immortal. What the party holds to be true is true. You must humble yourself before you become sane, Winston. How many fingers am I holding up?
4.
The party says it's not 4, but 5. How many are there?
4.
How many fingers, Winston?
4.
You're slow to learn, Winston. Perhaps you've been reading me too well. You must try harder.
How can I help to see what's in front of my eyes? You hold up 4, it's 2, and 2 are 4.
Do you wish to persuade me that you see 5 fingers, or really to see them?
Really to see them.
Well, then tell me, how many fingers am I holding up, Winston?
4. Or 5? 6? I don't know. I just don't know. In all honesty, I really don't know.
Your arithmetic is double plus on good, Winston. You will have to go back to school until you do better. Keep them away. No sleep, no food, water every second day. You must learn his lessons.
Yes, sir.
I'll see you again, Winston.
1 and 1 and 1 and 1 are 5. 3 and 1 are 5. 2 and 2 are 5. 2 and 2 are 5. Repeat it after me, Smith. 2 and 2 are 5. 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 Repeat it after me, Smith. 2 and 2 are 5. 2 and 2 are 5. 2 and 2 are 5. 2 plus 2 make 5. 2 plus 2 make 5.
Make 5.
A while back, you created a false legend about 3 men. You thought you had a photograph of them. Do you remember the exact moment you invented that lie?
Yes.
Good. Now then, just a moment ago, I returned your 5 blocks to you. You had 5 of them. Do you remember that?
Yes.
There are 5 blocks here, Winston. Do you see 5 blocks?
Yes, I do.
I agree. It's difficult, but you begin to know it is possible. I like talking to you, Winston. Your mind resembles my own, except that you are insane. Is there any question you'd like to ask?
What did you do with Julia?
She betrayed you, Winston. Immediately and unreservedly. It was a textbook case. A perfect conversion. We didn't even have to start her.
And you tortured her?
No. Torture is too brief in its effect. We re-educated her using the appropriate incentives.
Does Big Brother exist?
Of course he exists. The party exists. Big Brother is the embodiment of the party.
Does he exist the same way that I exist?
You do not exist.
I think that I was born and I shall die. I do exist.
It is of no importance. He exists.
Will he ever die then?
Of course not. How could he? Next question.
Does the Brotherhood, does that exist?
That is something you will never know, Winston. Even if we choose to let you live, it will be an unsolved riddle.
Brian. What's in room 101?
You know it is in room 101, Winston. It is the truth. How many fingers am I holding up?
5.
Feed him. Let him sleep for 2 hours. Then call me. There are 3 stages in your reintegration. There is learning, there is understanding, and there is acceptance. You've accomplished the learning. Now it's time for you to begin the second stage. In reading Goldstein's book, did you actually learn anything that you did not already know?
Have you read it?
I wrote it.
Well, is it true then, what it says?
As a description? Yes. As a program? No. The party cannot be overthrown. The rule of the party is forever. But why? What is our motive? Why do we want power?
You're ruling over us for our own good.
Oh, that was stupid, Winston. Stupid. The party seeks power entirely for its own sake. The object of persecution is persecution. The object of torture is torture. And the object of power is power.
You talk of power. Brian, you talk of power and forever. But you're growing old. You too must die someday.
I am only a cell. The party will live forever. How does one man assert his power over another, Winston?
By making him suffer.
Exactly! Power is inflicting pain, tearing human minds to pieces, and putting them back together again. Do you begin to see what kind of world we are creating? It will be a world of fear, treachery, and torment. Progress in our world will be a progress toward more pain.
Is there no room for love in your world?
In our world, there will be no emotions except fear, rage, triumph, and self-abasement. Everything else we shall destroy. Everything. You want a picture of the future? Imagine a food stamping on a human face forever. That is the world we are creating. A world of victory after victory. And you will accept it, Winston. Welcome it. Become part of it. You can't. What? What's that?
You can't do it. It's impossible to do.
Why?
Because you can't found a civilization on hatred and cruelty.
Why not?
It would disintegrate. It would commit suicide.
Nonsense! You are the impression that hatred is more exhausting than love. Even if it is, the individual's life is shorter, and the party goes on.
But Orion, something will beat you.
Life will beat you. The spirit of man, it will beat you.
And you consider yourself a man?
Yes, I consider myself a man.
You actually think yourself superior to us?
Yes, I consider myself superior.
Hold him up! You are superior? You're nothing more than a skeleton. You're in rags. Your teeth are gone. If you're the one that lacks man looks, the spirit of man can have you as garden.
But you've done this to me.
You did it to yourself. Nothing has happened to you that you did not foresee in your first act of thought crime. You've been caught, but for mercy, your mind has been reconstructed. Is there any single degradation that hasn't already happened to you?
I've not betrayed Julia.
Why? You have told us everything.
Still, I've not betrayed her.
No. No, perhaps not.
How long before they shoot me, O'Brien?
Maybe a long time. You were a difficult case. You have hidden strengths, though. Don't give up. Everyone is cured sooner or later. In the end, we will see you. I'll see you again. Oh, I hope the rats don't bother you. Most of them are very well fed. The ones that aren't, well, you can try to make pets out of them.
would they confess to? I made all that up, so look, I made it up. O'Brien, he says that he can float off the floor like a soap bubble. And then I can make myself see him do it. And he does it right there in front of me. All happenings are in the mind. Just all in your mind. I wonder why I haven't rebelled. It's so easy if you just try. But I still hate them. I hate Big Brother, I hate the party, and O'Brien, I hate them all. I'm not afraid when I'm walking down that hall, and they're gonna shoot me right in the back of the neck. Then that's when I'll hate them. When the bullet is already on its way to my brain. When it's too late to call it back, because you can't call it back. Then I'll hate them. Five. Yes, 5. I have the 5-finger hand. Julia. Julia. Where are you, Julia? Where are you, Julia? Julia! Julia! My love! Julia!
You've got thoughts of deceiving me. Look at me, Winston. You are improving. Intellectually, there is very little wrong with you. It is only emotionally that you fail. Winston, you know I can detect it when you lie to me. Now tell me the truth. What are your honest feelings for Big Brother?
I hate him.
Good. When the time has come for you to learn acceptance, you must love Big Brother. Bring it in. You already know what's in room 101, Winston. It is the truth. But truth varies from person to person. For some, it may be buried alive, or death by fire, or drowning. It may be something not even fatal. In your case, Winston, the truth happens to be rats.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
Learning and understanding are not always enough, Winston. There must also be acceptance of the truth. The time has come for you to learn acceptance.
But this isn't necessary. Please. Stop.
The rat is carnivorous, Winston. Sometimes he eats the nose.
And sometimes he burrows through the cheek to get the tongue.
Do it to Julia! Just do it to Julia, please! Take her face off! Strip her to the bones! I don't care what you do to her! Do it to her! I love Big Brother! I love him! I love Big Brother!
Welcome, Woodson. Welcome back into the party, comrade.
Bad. Comrades, 2 Eurasian armies and 1 East Asian army continue their march to the mouth of the Congo River. Against these barbaric hordes, only one army of Oceania is there to defend it.
long time since I've seen you.
I've noticed you here before. I come in here often for meetings. Usually I sit towards the back. Today I wanted to be near the telescreen. I'm worried about acting.
Yes, I understand. I understand that, Julia.
I betrayed you once.
I betrayed you too.
Sometimes they threaten you with something. Something you can't stand up to. You can't even think about.
Yes, they do that.
And you say, don't do it to me. Do it to him.
Do it to her.
Afterwards, you might pretend it was only a trick of humor, but it isn't true. When it happens, you want it to happen to the other person. You know there's no other way of saving yourself. All you can think about is yourself.
All you can think about is yourself.
I must go.
We must meet again sometime, Julia.
Yes.
Steady, comrades. Everyone, stand by for a vital announcement. All comrades, stand by.
Goodbye, Julia. Goodbye. If we lose the Congo, all of Africa will go. If we lose the Congo, Oceania itself might go. Why doesn't Big Brother? Why doesn't he do something? Anything?
We will all have to work a little harder for victory. We can recapture the
But
Congo.
Syme, don't you realize that we could lose the war? Syme, we could even...
Comrades, Big Brother himself is at the front and has taken personal control of all military operations.
By a vast strategic maneuver, Big Brother has led our glorious forces to victory. On a rout of the forces of Eurasia and East Asia, 500,000 prisoners captured, Big Brother has brought the war within measurable distance of its end.
Victory!
This is the greatest victory in human history. Big Brother is still at the front.
Victory! I can't believe it. That's the end. It's over now. Big Brother, he's done it. He saved us all. Saved each one of us. I never really noticed it before. But Big Brother, he has a warm and tender smile. He does. Big Brother, Big Brother!
Mr. Legal, could you please come forward?
Come on, Richard.
Come on.
As most of the immediate Philmont family knows, the Legals lost a member of their family this past week. Mr. Legal's oldest daughter, Angie Legal, passed away. And we'd like to dedicate 1984, both all of our performances and all of our hard work, to her memory. And more importantly, we'd like to dedicate it to her glory, because we know that right now she is in a wonderful, happy place with the Lord. So that this show, we did it for her. And as customary that we give a gift to the director, and no gift could thank him for all of the hard work he has done. I mean, I think I said this before and I'll say it again, I think the quality of all of his shows speaks to the tremendous quality of his directorship. So, thank you.
Thank you. I would have stood up for these guys in the back if it didn't look like, because I like them. They're a wonderful group of young people. This has been their show from the beginning. Their ideas, their hard work, their creativity. I've just been the coordinator, and I really mean that. What you've seen tonight is a wonderful testimony to what God has put inside these young people. And I look forward to seeing amazing things from them in the future. God bless you all. Thank you for letting me work with them. Good night.